Hello YouTube, Sarah here, aka Thinful Living, coming to you tonight, finally able to make a video. Haven't been on for a while, two reasons. One was during kind of my week 3 time frame, I had been out of town, went to a conference for my union at work, and I have a really old laptop that the webcam doesn't really work properly. And then when I came home trying to make a week 4 video, I have been having all kinds. I keep recording videos and they have no audio. So I was getting quite frustrated with that because I just used the direct capture on YouTube. And I'm thinking now that it's definitely a YouTube problem because I was able to figure out the software directly for my webcam, and that's what I'm using to record this now. So I'm hoping that it's going to work, and then I'll just upload it. So updates from me, things have been going really well, I think. I'm on to solid food now, and it was interesting kind of making that transition with total solid food. My last video I had just started kind of in doing a few solid foods but with still a lot of pureed. So it was interesting. Sorry, my cat's freaking out at the door. But it was interesting because during my complete phase of switching to completely solid food, I was traveling and I was out of town. So I was, eating at restaurants and everything, and it kind of made for an interesting phase trying to kind of transition over and order the right things at the restaurants and try different food and everything. But it went pretty well, and I was pretty happy with kind of what I did. I was able to, order stuff and then just eat the protein and some of the vegetables. Depending on the restaurant, some restaurants, let me order, just tell them none of the carbs at all, and just bring me more vegetables, and then I usually let my husband eat them because he was actually with me on this trip. So that kind of worked out really well. Also, everything's been going well on the treadmill. I did get not doing it while I was on my trip again, just because still was kind of tired in the recovery phase, and with all the traveling and being at the conference, I was really worn out at the end of the day. Definitely an excuse. I could have kicked myself in the ass and gotten on the treadmill at the hotel, but I just didn't. So unfortunately not, but now that when I got back at home, I've been back onto the treadmill. I'm even trying now to start to get up and do the treadmill before I go to work, because I do find it difficult some nights to have the time to do it after I'm, doing errands directly after work or whatever, and I don't like to do the treadmill on a full stomach, so I don't want to be doing it after I eat. So it's my preference to either be doing it first thing in the morning before I have breakfast, or doing the treadmill right after work before I have dinner. So actually on Friday it was really good. I done half an hour before I had my shower or anything first thing in the morning, and then after work I did another 20 minutes on the treadmill. So I was really happy with that. So I think just continue, and I did it every day on the weekend. I did half an hour plus depending on how I was feeling. I seemed to strain my back a little bit sometime. I think it was just like oversleep on Friday night, so that kind of threw me for a loop, but and I struggled a lot on Saturday and Sunday doing my half an hour on the treadmill, whereas previously, like on Friday, even though I'm pushing myself, I feel really good about it, and I feel good at the end of my time. On Saturday and Sunday, I did not feel good by any means. I pushed myself to go through it and pushed myself through the discomfort and got my half an hour done, but I did not feel good at the end of that half hour. So I'm hoping that will soon be over. My back will feel better, because it's not a great feeling. To get to the numbers, to the scale, it was interesting actually over that time period. where I was just kind of like in the little bit of transitional phase. I think I told you guys on my last video that I had gone up a little bit, came back down to the 290. Then when I went through and was just eating solid food, my weight went right back up again over the course of a couple days. The nurses at Slim Band said it was totally to be expected, so I was not freaking out about it or anything. But yeah, I think that I went up to 296.5, so I was starting to get a little bit, ooh, like, am I going to broach that 300 again? Panic. But thankfully then, I guess as my body started to adjust, and water weight and everything kind of like started to keel out again, started to drop it back off. So as of this morning, I'm back down to 289. So quite happy about that. Not dramatic, you know, hasn't really gone down very much in the last couple weeks, but like I said, I'm okay with the fact that it spiked up and came back down when I went back onto solid foods, and so hopefully now, week over week, I'll see some dropping again in the numbers. And it was actually kind of like a weird learning experience. Saturday night, I went out with a coworker to do some celebrating and had a few drinks, and it was interesting to kind of see my body's reaction. I was worried at first that my tolerance level might not be there for drinks, but I've always had a really high tolerance to alcohol, and I found that it kind of, I didn't feel any change at all for that. But I had quite a few drinks, probably about 6 or 7, and the next morning on the scale, I was 10 pounds heavier, first thing in the morning. And I was like, wow, like, what is that about? So I think it's, you know, the alcohol in your body retains all the liquid and everything. And by, you know, kind of early afternoon, I jumped on the scale again because I'm just out of curiosity, seeing what's going on, right? So this is on Sunday, then I jumped on the scale again in the afternoon, and I was down like 5 pounds from the morning weight. And then by this morning, I was back down to the 289. So that was kind of really interesting to see, I guess, alcohol's effect on your body and how you retain the fluid and different things. So other news, I guess you'd call this a non-scale victory. Kind of has nothing to do with my weight loss journey, but great thing in my life. While I was off work, actually recovering from surgery initially, I'd gotten a call. I work at a credit union and I'm a frontline teller, and I got a call from the loans officer at our credit union saying that she was going to be moving to another credit union. That she thought that I would do a great job, that I have, you know, the background and the knowledge and the smarts to be able to do the job. So she sent me everything to send in my application, which I certainly did. Last week I did some testing on loans, which was much more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but I did do, you know, some homework beforehand to study and get ready for the test. And then I had a behavioral interview after that. And then I found out last week on Wednesday, I guess it was, that I did get the job. I was the successful applicant. So I'm quite happy about that. I'll be transitioning into my new job over the course of the next week. Right now, this week, I'm still on the front line because I'm filling in for someone else. Our head teller has gone on holidays, and I'm filling in for her last week and this week. So then next week I'll be transitioning into this new job, which is just really exciting to me. I love a challenge. I love something kind of new at work, and so it's lots of new changes and new great stuff. So 2012 is just seeming to be an absolute crazy year of a lot of firsts and new things. Other new stuff, I did buy my ticket this week, one of the last 4 tickets for the meet and greet in Atlantic City. So I'm thrilled to be going to that. So excited to meet everybody I'm going to be meeting there. Wish I could be going to the Vegas meet and greet too, but not in the budget this year. But definitely will be saving up for that next year. Another new on the front is actually I'm planning a vacation with a girlfriend of mine to go away. Never kind of gone away for Girls Week before, so we're going to be doing that probably this spring. So I'm also really excited for that. So I think that's all my updates, and I will try to do better on getting on and getting the videos now that I've kind of figured out this function, and hopefully this will work better than doing it directly onto YouTube. So I wish you all the best and say good night. Be good to each other.